A lot of people in general are afraid of failure. How did you become one of those people who doesn't seem to be afraid of failing?
It doesn't exist. It's not existent. What the hell does that mean? Seriously, what does failure mean? It's not, it doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination. Everybody wants a happy ending, right? Now let's go to the reality of it, right? Let's look at a fairy tale story. Let's look at Snow White. She gets a happy ending, she finds Prince, whatever, she goes on, she lives happily ever after. Well, I call bullshit on that because 2 months later, the fact is they had an argument and he's sleeping on the couch. So the point is, the story continues. The story continues. So
before I tell you how to overcome a fear of failure, I'm gonna go over some potential negative effects of being scared to fail. We got procrastination, lack of innovation, and stagnation. Also, you got a lot of missed opportunities. So to start with procrastination, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I covered this topic in a few of my videos. So I'm pretty sure I said this before, but procrastination is like one of the most deadliest things when it comes to success or progress. And if you scared to fail, you overthinking everything, and you scared to try something and it don't work. You trying to be a perfectionist and perfect everything, and it's never gonna be perfect anyway, but you don't know that, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna procrastinate, and that's just not good, you know what I'm saying? Next, we got lack of innovation. Innovation is basically change. As you learning a skill or doing whatever you're doing, you're gonna have to innovate. You're gonna have to evolve, you know what I'm saying? Change, aka get better, improve, expand, whatever word you want to use, you know what I'm saying? Like even being a YouTuber, like while I'm clocked in to being a YouTuber, part of my job is to innovate, you know what I'm saying? I gotta change. I can't keep making the same title video, the same type of thumbnails. If it's not working how I want it to be working, I'm gonna have to change some shit up. If it's just doing amazing, like it's just like perfectly working, like okay, it would be stupid to kind of change it, like, you know what I'm saying? But if you know where you want to be at, you're gonna have to experience some type of changes along the way to get there, you know what I'm saying? Or else that's going to cause stagnation. Like maybe something that you're doing might be working for a certain amount of time, but eventually you're gonna reach a point where it's like you kind of hit a peak, and it's like now you're just sitting there doing the same thing over and over again because it's comfortable and you're used to it and it's working, but it's not really working. Like what works today might not work in a certain amount of time from now, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay evolving, you gotta stay trying new things, new techniques. I'm kind of speaking from a YouTuber's perspective because I'm a YouTuber, but this can apply to anything you're doing. When you lack innovation and when you stay stagnant, you also tend to miss a lot of opportunity. You stand the same, you stand like in your safe lane, you could potentially be letting a lot of great opportunities just pass you by. The first piece of advice I'll give y'all to reduce fear of failure, you need to know your best outcome and your worst outcome before you even start doing what you're gonna do. If you don't know that, you should think about that right now and decide if you want to keep going or not. So basically you need to think like, okay, what's the best that can happen? Like if this plan goes perfectly, like what's the best that can happen and would I be content with that? And then when you think about the worst that can happen, like what's your worst scenario? What's your worst outcome? Ask yourself, what is it about this outcome that I'm trying so hard to avoid? Like what am I so scared of type shit? Like for me, my best outcome is like my channel just fucking blow up and go crazy. You know, I start making $20,000-$30,000 a month or some shit. Like move my whole family out of St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can quit their job. Like that's the absolute best thing that can happen. Something along those lines. And the worst thing that can happen, this shit just flop and never take off. It just like, it's just over with, you know what I'm saying? What I thought about, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just go get a job. I'm gonna go get a job. Like, even though I might not want to do that, at least I know I tried. It's not the end of the world because I gotta go work a 9 to 5. Like for me, it kind of just helped to know that, okay, if the worst happens, I'm gonna be all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna survive. It make it easier to kind of just keep looking forward and just keep moving forward, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're running from a dog and you keep looking back, you're gonna get caught, bro. Hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. But also, if you think about your worst outcome, you like, you know what, I don't want to risk that. Don't risk it. Think about your best outcome, you like, you know what, that's not worth it to me. It'd be cool, but I wouldn't be content with that. Maybe it's something else you should be doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The next thing you need to do to deal with fear of failure, you need to embrace mistakes. You gotta understand that failure is a natural part of growth and learning. It's also a very important part. Like, if you don't fuck up, you're not gonna learn nothing. Like, if you don't do nothing wrong, or if you don't know you're doing something wrong, you're not gonna be able to improve. You're gonna be like kind of just working blindly. So you need to look at every failure or every setback as an opportunity to improve, innovate. You know what I'm saying? Also, you gotta learn to challenge the limiting thoughts that's in your head. For example, I'm gonna just say for me, like I might be sitting there thinking like, okay, I might edit like 2 minutes in my video today. You know what I'm saying? Keyword might. And I switch it up and I say, no, I will get 2 minutes done today. I will get 2 minutes done. I might work out today. No, I will get a workout done today. Because when you say I might or maybe or something like that, that's just an example. But that's a limiting thought. I feel like I'm saying limiting thoughts. Basically thoughts that put limits on the amount that you can get done or what you can achieve leave or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Thoughts that kind of just leave too much space for you to like slack off. Like it leaves too much space for laziness. Like when I say stuff like I might or maybe, it's a huge gap in between what I might do and what I will do, you know what I'm saying? So you should replace your limiting thoughts with thoughts that's like more empowering. Like I said, instead of I might get a video edited, I will get a video edited today. Because you can say you might, but you might not, type shit, you know what I'm saying? Say if I want to make a business and I'm like, oh man, you know, this business not gonna go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they know starting a business is very hard, so they just think about doing it before they even start doing it, and they're like, you know what, this is not gonna work, bro, this is stupid. Like, instead of stopping right there, you need to ask yourself, like, why is this stupid? Like, why wouldn't this work? How can I make this work? If I think it's not gonna work, what can I do to make this work? If this is not a good plan, what can I do to make it a good plan? Instead of just sitting there like, oh, it's not gonna work, I need to just stop, bro. It's stupid, bro. I'm not gonna do it, bro. You're gonna sit there in the same spot being scared to fail, bro. Sitting on side of the pool, watching everybody else have fun. So every time you get a negative, limiting thought, challenge it. Go against it. Don't let that shit actually limit you. You gotta push your limits. That's how you're gonna grow. Another reason why you're so scared to fail is because you too focused on the goal when you should be more focused on effort. Focus on what you actually doing. Like I said, a lot of people, they try to perfect everything and they try to overthink everything to where they're not really doing nothing. It will make you feel a lot more confident that you're gonna make it to where you wanna make it to if you know 100% for a fact that you getting up and doing what you actually need to do, whether you feel like it, whether you think it's gonna work or not, you getting up and just doing it. I'm not perfect at this, you know what I'm saying? For the past month, I've been trying to practice and get better at a routine, you know what I'm saying? And I can say from experience, it feels a lot better, even if like stuff not going as fast as I wanted to go. I feel a lot more confident in my ability to get there, knowing that I'm doing everything I need to do. Maybe like 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, a few months ago, you know what I'm saying? I would have a lot of days when I'm like, I'm literally not doing what I'm supposed to do, but I'm sitting there like overthinking like, oh, it might not work. Of course it's not gonna work because I'm not doing shit. I got a whole video to edit, but I'm just not doing it because I'm overthinking like, oh, it's pointless anyway, bro. Like, my video's not even getting no views, bro. Like, it's not even like, bro. Just making excuses on why I shouldn't do it when the whole time me not doing it and me thinking like that is hurting myself way more than me just getting up and going to edit the video or me getting up and going to record or you doing whatever you need to do. So you need to find value in putting in effort. Even if you don't see the results every day, just put in the effort, bro. Because the reason you're so scared of failure is because at this point, you know you're gonna fail because you're not doing nothing. Get to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? You take action. Another thing that you need to do is practice self-compassion. It's like we're so good at giving advice to other people, even advice that we should be giving ourselves. It could be somebody going through the same problem as you, one of your homeboys or something. Hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like life is going kind of slow for me, man. Like, you know, like everything just kind of slowing down. I feel like, I just feel like, you know, I could be like so much further in life. And you would tell your homeboy, like, man, keep your head up, man. Like, she gonna be all right, but just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Just make sure every day you wake up, you know what I'm saying? Like you just doing what you need to do. You gonna get there, bro. You will tell your homeboy some encouraging words, but when they come to yourself, it's so hard to tell yourself that. It's so hard to tell yourself, you know, it's gonna be all right, bro. Like, just calm down. You fucked up. You can fix it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be all right. Instead, it's like, dang, I'm stupid. Like, dang, like calling yourself stupid. You calling yourself names. What I would say is when you talking to yourself, when you mess up, when you make a mistake, when you have a setback, talk to yourself as if you giving one of your homeboys advice, bro. You need to give yourself the same compassion and understanding that you give your friends or your homeboy when you giving them advice. The last tip I'll give you is get used to taking calculated risks. You gotta kind of exercise the muscle of stepping out of your comfort zone, you know what I'm saying? Even when you don't think it's gonna work, maybe you've been doing something else that's working, so you kind of just want to stay in that lane. And if you break out and do something else, either it's gonna tank your shit or it's gonna change your shit for the better, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know, but you gotta take that risk. A lot of people just stay stuck in that box and they stay stagnant forever. But real growth is gonna require you to push past fear and uncertainty. If what you're doing isn't working, or at least it's not working how you want it to be working, you gotta change something up. You gotta do something different. If you don't change, nothing's gonna change. If you change, your life will change right after you. Follow my Instagram, like the video, subscribe. We out.